Allyson Felix just shocked the world by doing this. Allyson Felix is definitely a GOAT in the making. She is an established athlete who has worked hard to rise to the level no female athlete has ever reached in track and field events. And now that she is heading into retirement after a successful 20 years career, there is every reason to celebrate Felix as a legend in the professional athletic world. But how did she do it so well to become such influential in women's sports? In today's video, you'll see all about Allyson Felix and the groundbreaking records that make her such an influential woman in the athletic world. So let's get straight into the video. For those of you who live under a rock, Allyson Felix is a former American track and field athlete who competed in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters short races. The 37-year-old athlete was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Felix considers her sprinting abilities as a gift from God, especially considering that she doesn't come from an athletic background. And so she didn't just sit there to wait for her success to arrive. She had to train hard to become who she is today. In fact, while at Los Angeles Baptist High School, she could deadlift at least 270 pounds, which to me sounds incredible for a young woman. Her career started early while she was in high school, but it wasn't until 9th grade that she discovered her sprinting abilities when she tried out for the track. Later in 2001, Felix earned her first international title in the 100 meters at the Debrecen World Youth Championships. During her senior year, she managed to finish second in the 200 meters at the US Indoor Track and Field Championships. Months later, she made history by completing 200 meters in 22.11 seconds in Mexico City, a time that was groundbreaking. But this was not considered a world junior record since drug testing was not done at the meet. This success inspired Felix to forego her college education at the University of Southern California and instead went ahead to sign a professional contract with Adidas. Her professional journey has equally been successful, even as she managed to earn several medals. Having competed for about 2 decades, you can tell that Felix is a name to reckon with. She managed to make her debut Olympic appearance back in 2004 at the Athens Olympics when she was just 18 years old. But despite being inexperienced compared to her competitors like the greatest sprinter of all time, Veronica Campbell from Jamaica, Felix was able to reach the finals and eventually won a silver medal. It was amazing how she pulled out with a time of 22.18 seconds. This time was a premonition of a great future that lay ahead of her. And after that, she immediately rose to the limelight as a potential international sprinter. Her incredible performance at the Athens Olympics encouraged her to put in even more effort. It's no wonder in the preceding year during the 2005 World Championships, Felix won her very first international gold medal in the 200-meter dash with a shocking time of 22.16 seconds. It didn't stop there, and she went ahead to prove her guts during the 2007 Osaka World Championships by pulling a time of 21.81 seconds, which was the fastest time in the world for the 200-meter dash. She was already a dominant force in the 200-meter dash worldwide. Many great sprinters of her time were already sensing a potential threat in her, and thus, moving into the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Felix was already at the top of the watch list. Sure enough, she managed to win a gold medal in the 4x400-meter relay. And even though she was a convincing contender, she failed to win Olympic gold medal for the next 3 years. However, she still remained undefeated in the World Championships, winning a gold medal in the 2009 Berlin World Championships for the 200 meters dash and the 1,600 meters relay. In 2010, she became the first athlete to ever win both the 200 meters and the 400-meter trophies in the Diamond League finals. This was followed by an impressive performance at the 2011 Daegu World Championships, where Felix managed to scoop a total of 4 championship medals in the 100, the 200, the 4x100 meters relays, and the 4x400 meters relays. All these successful performances turned Felix into one of the most distinguished athletes with a total of 13 international medals. This was enough to place her as one of the all-time achieving athletes in track and field history. Now, after 3 years of not winning a single gold medal in the Olympics, Felix came back with much force, ready to prove to the world her true potential. Indeed, she was successful again and continued with force. She restored her winning fashion, dominating the track and field events at the Olympics with unmatched force. With all focus now set towards the 2012 London Olympic Games, Felix was eyeing for nothing less than the Olympics 200 meters gold medal, which she had missed for the last 2 Olympic cycles. From the very beginning, everything looked possible. In fact, just a few weeks before the very Olympic Games, Felix shocked the world with a record time of 21.69 seconds during the 200 meters dash Olympic trials. This time was incredible, shattering her very own personal best and placing her at the top of the watch list for the London Olympic Games. And when the time came for the Olympic Games, Felix was placed against her greatest competitor, Veronica Campbell from Jamaica. It was now time for Felix to show her true feat, especially considering that Campbell had already taken her down in both the 2004 and 2008 Olympic Games. With a new personal best and zeal for a gold medal in the Olympic Games, it was almost probable that nothing was going to stop Felix from achieving her desired goal. And when the day for the 200 meters dash finals came, Felix was all determined to beat Campbell. Even though at first Campbell seemed to overwhelm her by remaining up front for the better half of the race, Felix managed to pull all her strength and ultimately passed her, finishing first with an incredible time of 21.88 seconds. Indeed, it was a happy moment for her, even as she clinched the coveted gold medal for the 200 meters dash, a medal she has been yearning for over a long period. This again proved to the world that Felix was a dominant force in the track and field events. At this point in time, Felix was now boasting of a total of 16 global medals, becoming one of the most successful track and field athletes to ever compete. Despite having reached the apex of her career, Felix was still yearning for more, and so she continued competing and bagging more medals. In fact, from 2013 all the way to 2020, she managed to win additional 11 global medals, bringing her total world championships and Olympic medals to a staggering 27. This was pretty much more than what the fastest man on earth, Usain Bolt, holds. At that point, Felix wanted to leave a legacy in the women's track and field events. She proceeded to win more medals, and by the time she was bringing the curtains down after a successful 20 years career in the fields, Felix had already reached a level no woman had ever reached in the track and field events. Her last race to participate in before heading into retirement was at the 2022 World Athletic Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Even though she was determined to win the 4x400 meters relays by sprinting off ahead of the pack, she was sadly overtaken by Dominican Republic runner Marilady Paulino and the Netherlands' Femke Bol. Even though she didn't win, she emerged with a bronze medal, bringing her to a record 30 World Championships and Olympic medals. This now makes her the world's most decorated track and field Olympian in history, and as you can tell, that comes with a lot of influence. And through her influence, Felix has managed to use this platform as a celebrated athlete to advocate for issues affecting women in sports, including the Black maternal mortality crisis. In fact, Felix will forever be remembered for the role she played in advocating for women's maternity pay in sports contracts. She took issues with sponsor Nike for their failure to adequately support athletes through the months following pregnancy. And surely, she managed to win the battle. And today, most sponsors now pay women athletes during maternity, thanks to her influence. Ideally, Felix wasn't that loud in the athletics world, but it was until she came close to death after suffering pre-eclampsia during her pregnancy in 2018 that she realized just how important it is to speak up. Besides advocating for women's rights, Felix also owns a lifestyle shoe brand under Seish, a company she co-founded with her brother Wes Felix. This idea came moments after crossing lines with Nike. So that was it for today, guys. And as you've seen, Allyson Felix is a role model to many aspiring athletes, and her decision to become an advocate for women's rights in sports has paid off. Indeed, her legacy will continue living when she is long gone. If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.